Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar, MiFID II Best Execution Multi-Asset Class TCA Goes Mainstream, presented by IT Group Senior Analyst Audrey Blader. I'm Lori Spenley, and I'll be one of your IT Group hosts for today's webinar. It's now my pleasure to introduce today's speaker. Audrey Blader has over 17 years of financial markets experience and is a senior research analyst who supports IT Group's institutional securities and investment group's efforts, where she focuses on fixed income, OTC derivatives, and risk management research. Her work spans technological developments, industry trends, and market structure, as well as the impact of financial regulations. Please welcome today's speaker, and without further ado, I'll turn the mic over now to Audrey. Thank you again for joining us, and enjoy today's webinar.
Thank you so much, Lori. As mentioned, I'm Audrey Blader, and I'm a senior analyst here at IT Group. I've been with the firm since late October. Lori was kind enough to tell you a little bit about what I focus on, so that's great. I will not repeat her. But what I will talk about is what we'll be discussing today in the context of the webinar. So jumping right in, today I'll be talking about trends and challenges that concern transaction cost analysis, or TCA, as well as best execution. My presentation is based on research that I published at the end of June. For those of you who haven't seen it or had the chance to read it, the study profiles 18 providers of various TCA solutions and also incorporates conversations that I had with a number of firms that were not profiled in the report. The summary of the study can be found on the IT Group website, where you can also download the table of contents. Over the next, call it 35 to 40 minutes or so, I'm going to discuss some of the report's findings. I'll be asking live polling questions at the end of each section during the presentation, so I'm really interested to hear what you think as well. And at the end, I'll have some time for Q&A. The presentation is going to cover the 4 areas that I show on the slide. So the first section focuses on how have the FIC asset classes, so FIC being fixed income, currency, and commodities, the non-equity asset classes, evolved in terms of granular usable TCA data. Where do we stand today? The next section speaks to which types of firms are offering best execution and TCA solutions to their clients. Lately, I feel like it feels like it's everybody, but we'll talk about that in more detail. The third section addresses what type of investment challenges does TCA actually solve for? How is cost analysis put into practice by end users? Pardon me. And lastly, what can we expect in the best execution TCA space down the road?